What's up, fellow classers? It's Apollyon here, and a couple videos ago we showed the air attacks, and I wanted to focus on some ground attacks here, and show what they're like after the update. Really, not too much has changed with the ground attacks. I also wanted to show this really kind of funky base. Peter is going to bring a shattered GoHoBo, just two golems, a bowlers, and hogs. Very hog heavy here, but he's got an interesting deployment style, and that's one of the cool things about this game is you can both bring the same composition and deploy them differently at different timing, and the result is different. And he kind of does that whole hitting the ground running type of deployment as initially, where he doesn't do the traditional I'm going to wait till everything is funneled to start sending things in. He actually uses his kill squad to help with that funneling, which is really good, but it's a little risky in my opinion, or at least from when I try to do it, because I can't really control where they're going to go. But I think he's got this stuff locked down, and he's got the timing and everything pretty well done. So he's going to go ahead and send a golem in at that cannon at the 3 o'clock, and he's going to use a bunch of wizards. So he's got 9 wizards. He's going to use 6 of them to start that funneling up the top and the bottom where there's hardly any defense. And as soon as they get semi done with the funneling, he's going to drop his queen in there. And then he's going to drop another golem to go ahead and reroute to that archer tower. And he's going to have some funneling done at the 6 o'clock compartment while this is going on. Drops the bowler. Now, he hasn't even finished his funnel. He hasn't opened up the base or dropped the jump or any kind of wall breakers or anything like that. So he's just, like I said, he's kind of hitting the ground running there. He's got the king already in there, and they're going to start working their way. There goes the funneling at 6 o'clock, drops a giant to tank and some hogs to go ahead and take some of that defense. Now, I'm not sure what the plan was because he still hasn't dropped the jump yet, and I don't know if this was by plan or just improvising, but either way, it was really nice. Drops a jump to get those golemites in there as well as the queen to start taking out some of those point defenses like the Expo, Teslas, and cannon, and then we'll just go ahead and start sending in a bunch of his hogs. He does have like 23. There we go. Look at that. A whole like 4-finger deployment on a counterclockwise. No. Yeah, counterclockwise type of deployment there, coming from 3 o'clock all the way to 10 o'clock. And the queen is going to take benefit of that first or second heal. She's going to get healed up a little bit to about half health, and still has a bunch of hogs, even though they're getting beaten on by that king. And they're going to go ahead and work their way around to the 9 o'clock, uses that final heal. But at this point, even losing some to spring traps, he's still got about 7 or 8 hogs left over. And this base is completely done. He has bowlers cleaning up from the bottom, wizards cleaning up from the top, and that queen is not going to be able to get the job done, so it's up to the hogs to take out that enemy king, and they do. So very nice 3-star. I've got some builder huts in the corner, which is why I think this time was almost down to the wire. Bring a couple of archers. He did bring a couple archers, just make sure you deploy them on those builder huts. So a very, very nice attack. Let's go ahead and look at another one. We're going to look at that Blu3pealer attack, which is 4 healers for the Queen Walk and 2 healers for the P.E.K.K.A/Valkyrie/King Walk, all converging on the same spot of the base and breaking their way in. So he's got the queen doing her queen walk, starting to work her way up to the noon, from 3 to noon, and then he's got a baby dragon just getting tons of value. Why not funneling at the 6 o'clock compartment and just getting all those trash buildings taken care of. The queen will actually start. I don't know if he actually intended to have them break in at the 5 o'clock and the queen just walked the wrong way. But the queen will go ahead and start. I think that's actually what happened, is he wanted to go ahead and break into that compartment at 5, but look at that. The queen's going to go ahead and do her thing and walk up top. So he's got to improvise, and there we go with the Valkyries. He's going to do some funneling with them, with the Valkyrie to tank and the wizard to go ahead and take care of some of those trash buildings, and then sends the P.E.K.K.A. and the rest of the Valks and the king into that 2 o'clock compartment. Will rage them up with the bowlers right behind. They will just beeline right into there. Unfortunately, that lava hound is not going to pull them into the core, but it's also not going to do anything to the troops. So we've got a bunch of healers still up. Look at that freeze trap. It's freezing them while that lava hound just tickles them, and that queen will get stuck on that lava hound. But she'll break it right there, and we've got our kill squad's pretty much all like spread apart and all over the place. they definitely are running amok. It's just like chaos right here. We do have the one healer that's still up on the king, and I think they're Valkyries, so they're keeping them up. And then we've got a bunch of hogs that we can go ahead and send in on the outside of this base to go ahead and get those defenses that the P.E.K.K.A. and bowlers can't reach. And everybody meets up at one happy place there, and this base is completely crushed. Both abilities used are almost swagged, and we've got a swag heal, so just absolutely demolishing this base. Let's go ahead and take a look at just a few more. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at one of my favorite attacks. Love this attack strategy. Use it all the time. It is the Bovalanche strategy. Bowlers and golems with jumps. 5 golems, bowlers in the clan castle, 12 wizards, which is actually a little light for normal. But he's got 10 wall breakers. So just going to go wreak havoc on this. And I mean, this base is begging for it. All the defenses are all on the outside except for one expo and a wizard tower and a cannon. Everything else is all reachable, or at least point defense is all reachable by the bowlers. So he's going to drop 3 golems in here to go ahead and get inside these 2 compartments. So we've got tons of funneling going on, tons of the wizards. Drops almost all of his wizards there. Drops a jump in that quad Tesla, but I mean, with 3 golems tanking, this base is, or at least that compartment is completely crushed. They're going to keep making their way towards the center with the king and queen following. They're going to push quite far into this core here with very little defenses, and now just drop a golem there on the 6 o'clock mortar. Let some wizards follow up with that, and running a little low on wizards, but that's all right. Drops another golem in at that 7 o'clock cannon with following up with a couple wizards behind that. And really, this base is already beat. There's only 3-point defenses left on that 9 o'clock, and then there is a 1-point defense up at that noon compartment. Still has some jumps to push them through the base. So we've got bowlers and queen cleaning up as they go. The golem's getting stuck on a couple of those defenses, but he's wall breaking into that 9 o'clock compartment to get things going. And that jump will carry through all the way to get them towards that noon compartment. The golems won't be able to reach it, but the queen, she will definitely be able to reach it after she takes that jump, and then she'll be able to get this archer tower all the while of being tanked by that golem. And got bowlers. Now everybody's trying to get through the wall, but it does not matter because 1 archer tower and 1 wizard tower is not going to be able to withstand a queen with ability, a full queen with ability, a bunch of golems, bowlers, and wizards all coming up to annihilate this base. So really, really nice attack. Love to see the avalanche or the Bovalanche. All right. Let's take a look at number 19. We haven't done a stoned GoHoBo yet. So we've got 3 golems here coming in at the 10 o'clock-ish compartment. And he drops that first golem, second golem, and he's going to go ahead and get a lot of the funneling done. Drops some wizards there and drops a baby dragon up top. Still has 1 more golem, has 17 hogs that he's going to use inside this attack. And there we go with the wall breakers. And they're going to break in, drops that 3rd golem. Then he can drop his king and queen and bowlers right behind. Drops the jump, drops the poison to go ahead and take care of that clan castle. All air clan castle with minions and dragons, or baby dragon. And then we've also got the queen, enemy queen, standing in that poison. So as his kill squad is making through, he's already supplementing the base with those hogs at the 3 or 2 o'clock compartment, making their way to go clockwise around the base. Has 3 heals. There we go with the 2nd heal right there. Or I'm sorry, I think he has 2 heals. He had a rage, a jump, and 2 heals. So we've still got the hogs making their way. He still has 1 more heal that he's able to go ahead and drop at any time. And he's going to go ahead and drop that in their double giant bomb spot. Now, back in the old days, which was just like a month ago or something, that double giant bomb would have ended those hogs. That would have been it for the raid. They would have never made their way all the way across. But as you know, you can heal through our double giant bomb spots if you catch it in time. And he does that with his hogs, so we're able to keep going and get done with the 3 stars on this base. So a very nice hit. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at one more. And we'll go back to that Blu3pealer again, just because I think General Dugan normally ends up with a 6-pack fresh hits almost every single war. Every once in a while, something weird goes where the base is a little tricky or something like that. But this Blu3pealer attack is so powerful. So he's got the funneling going on at the 3 o'clock to go ahead and push the queen down towards the 6 o'clock, and then he's going to go ahead and start funneling from the 6 o'clock up towards 3 o'clock with the P.E.K.K.A. The clan castle is triggered up top with, I think, just either a hog or a something like that. So they're going to go ahead and take care of this clan castle. He drops his own Valkyrie in there to take care of a lot of those groups of archers and air and ground troops, and she does her thing and takes care of that really well. We've got a baby dragon that's funneling at the 6 o'clock, and then we've got the queen, but this, or the P.E.K.K.A., but the queen is going to go ahead and she is going to do her solo career. She is not, they have reconcilable differences. The kill squad with the Valkyries, Bowlers, King, and P.E.K.K.A. are going to go their own way. They're going to break in at the 6 o'clock compartment. The queen is going to break in at the 4 o'clock compartment, and they're going to go ahead and see who has the better career. This queen will go ahead and start taking all she can, and then she's going to have to walk right outside the base. So we've got bowlers cleaning all the outside and inside of the base with healers under rage. There we go. Queen gives up, and she is going to go ahead and start cleaning up on the outside of the base and try to get any kind of outside defenses that she can. Still have a healer a healer in the core. And then we've got hogs that are going and being deployed at the 9 o'clock area, standing under a hill. Now he's got 2 royals that still have not used their ability. So he's going to go ahead. I think he had an extra rage there. So he's going to rage up his hogs because they do not have a heal for them. But uses the ability on the king, but still has not used the ability on the queen. Has some pesky builder outs up top, but taking care of this base so quickly, it's not really an issue to go ahead and get those builder outs. I mean, look, he's got hogs, he's got barbarians, he's got archers, he's got bowlers standing there and heal, queen, king, everybody going for those 2 builder huts. Very nicely done. So hopefully you all enjoyed these ground attacks. Let me know if you want me to go ahead and split up the air attacks and ground attacks, if that makes more sense, or if you want me to continue just doing a war recaps where I put them both in there. So my personal opinion, I kind of like to split up the air attacks and ground attacks. It's just an easier reference if I want to go ahead and find a good dragon attack or penta attack or whatever it is. I know I can look at the air attack videos and vice versa if I'm looking for like a stoned hobo or a Blu3pealer or something like that. I know I can go to the ground attacks. So anyway, let me know what you guys think about it. Go ahead, like, subscribe, share it with your clan mates if this you think it'll benefit them, if the same as it's benefited you. And go ahead and just practice these type of things. Get used to the compositions, the spells that you use. The timing is my biggest thing. Got to get that timing down. That's huge. So use those friendly challenges to do it. Make sure you get those 6-star clan wars and practice those 3-star attacks.